The Boston College and Boston University hockey teams have had a long and storied rivalry.
He's done an excellent job of controlling the puck on power play. They haven't scored.
Sacco scores. Well, they hit him perfectly, coming right down the left side. Sacco, the power play goal at 10:58. Prendergast at center, drops it off for Dion, picked off by Joyce. Joyce fired, he scores! John Joyce wins it for BC in overtime.
BU and BC have been playing each other since 1917, and the rivalry has never diminished. But these games are more than wins and losses. They're about camaraderie among the schools, the coaches, and the players. One such player who exemplified this was 1985 BU graduate Kevin Mutch. Mutch played forward and defense for the Terriers, yet also had a lot of friends in the BC hockey program. Both BU and BC were saddened when they heard the news that Kevin had been struck and killed by a car this past September. After his tragic death, Kevin's friends and teammates searched for a way to remember him, and they decided to create an award for the MVP of the BU-BC series in Kevin's honor.
Kevin was a good friend. I really wanted to do something. They had set up a trust fund up at St. Sebastian's for him, and I thought that was great. But, you know, I remember back when I was a little kid, they used to have the MVP award for the BC-BU football game. I think it was the Harry Aganis Award. And I kept thinking about that, and I happened to call Jack Parker up about a different matter. And at the end of the conversation, I just happened to ask him if BU was going to be doing anything for Kevin, and he said that they wanted to, they just couldn't think of what to do for him. And I gave this idea to him, and immediately he thought it was a great idea.
He said, I knew Kevin very well, and I knew a lot of people that knew him. He had great friends at BC as well. He had played a lot of hockey after he left BU with a lot of BC guys. He had known a lot of BC guys from St. Sebastian's who went up there. So he was very, very friendly with an awful lot of those guys. And it might be apropos to have the MVP of that series because he was a BU guy, but he was so involved with BC too, and it was a big part of the rivalry. So it jumped out at me. He said it seemed like a natural to me. I went down and brought it up to the team. They thought it was great. And then I brought it up to Steve CEDORCHUK to make sure it was all right with him, and then he ran it by his ideas. I ran it by mine. They agreed with it. That was that.
Kevin was a good friend of mine. He was a good friend of BC's. He was a good friend of BC hockey. He was a good friend of college hockey. And I, along with Coach Parker, thought it was a great idea. I think that we have to do more of this and remember the people in hockey that mean more than just the wins and the losses.
So from now on, the coach of the team which wins the season series will pick a player who will receive the Kevin T. Mutch Award as the most valuable player of the yearly BU-BC hockey series.
Kevin Mutch had an incredible spirit, had an incredible thirst for life and for happiness and for the what hockey really means to the hockey player. So yeah, it's for the best player, but it'll obviously be that, but it's more than that, much more. It's the spirit of Kevin Mutch that'll be in that award.
He'd love it. He was a person who really tried to be liked by everyone. I think he always wanted to be remembered from everyone, and something like this, hockey, one of his greatest loves, BU, another one of his greatest loves, and his friends, he'd be overwhelmed by it himself.